Matchups for the Lakers next season, opening night. It's a showdown with Steph and the Warriors on November 12th. They'll take on the NBA champion OKC Thunder. November 28th, it's a matchup with AD and the Mavs. February 22nd, the Lakers will play host to the Boston Celtics. Now, the Lakers will unveil a statue for Hall of Fame head coach Pat Riley February 22nd when the Lakers play host to the Celtics. That should be a special night, Brett, especially with the Celtics in town.
Yeah, I really like this. I mean, you know, when you think of the Lakers,
cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, you think of players. And they had some pretty good coaches, too, along the way. So I really like Pat being the first coach to get a statue. So I think we're kind of diving into something new, something unusual. I have a feeling Phil Jackson might get one. I don't want to spoil a surprise at all, but I do like the Lakers thinking outside the box. They've been doing that for decades, you know, being the first team to do this, do that. And I do like the Riley statue a lot, BK.
Yeah, my only real concern, I love that it's against the Celtics. It's a really clever bit of scheduling as opposed to, you know, when Miami's in town or something like that. You do it against Boston. Honestly, my only concern here is that they're going to have to give Pat a hard out because that could be a long speech. I'm worried that the tip for the game will be delayed because Riles is still talking.
Think he's got a paper folded up in the statue?
Oh, it's a great question.
Good call.
You know what I mean? Holding the old
like that.
Yeah. But like,
what if they give him weird hair, like a spiky cut?
No.
What a gift as a sculptor to be able to do that hair.
Yeah, it's going to be slick.
To work that hair into bronze.
So, guys, I want, moving on from Pat's game, that's February 22nd, give me a early matchup you're looking at, Brez.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
I mean,
a couple times already.
Yeah, a couple times already. I mean, first of all, it's the second game of the season here in LA. And then, 5 days later, they're playing them in Minneapolis. So twice before Halloween, you won't even have your costume picked out at that time, BK, by the time they finish playing each other twice. And I just keep going back to how the Wolves really dominated the Lakers. I mean, Rudy Gobert in that Game 5, 27 points, 24 rebounds. I don't think that's going to happen again with DeAndre in tow. But how much have the Lakers improved? What do they look like, you know, basically 6 months after the fact when they tee up against Minnesota after not looking so hot against them in
how's
April.
That matchup change, too, when the Lakers add a center, which they did not have?
Exactly. And they lose DFS, that hurts.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious to see those two games right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm looking at November 12th. Against Oklahoma City.
I like that.
Because you mentioned before, Gator, like I would have really liked to see what that looked like in the playoffs.
Yes.
The version of the Lakers post-trade played very well against Oklahoma City. I do not think the Lakers are going to have the same number of wins in the regular season as the Thunder, but the playoffs are all about matchups, and I want to see what the Lakers look like matched up against the best team I think in the NBA.
Yeah.
So, what does it mean to have a real center back in the lineup? You add Marcus Smart, which changes the dynamic of your defense. Like all of this stuff, I like Jake LaRavia. I think he's going to do a lot of what Dorian Finney-Smith brought to the team, at least from an offensive standpoint. So, these games against the best teams, Oklahoma City, Denver, Minnesota, those are ones that are really going to be fun to watch.
All right, guys, you picked Western Conference teams, by the way. And after the break, Brez and BK, Luke and LeBron and the Lakers reloaded roster. Where do they rank among the best teams in the Western Conference? Back, the NBA season is fast approaching. And to get us ready, we got Brez and BK, and they're counting down their top 5 teams in the Western Conference. And by the way, guys, the West is absolutely loaded this year, top to bottom. So you're giving us your top 5. Brez, I want you to start with number 5.
This is not an easy exercise. Do not try it at home, BK. I'm going to go with Minnesota as my number 5. I don't love that they lost Alexander Walker. I'm pretty much finishing a little bit better than they did last year. They were 6th in the West. Had to overpay some of their guys to keep them, including Julius Randle. Make sure they kept the core of the team in tow. I guess we need to see a little bit more from Anthony Edwards. I thought he was solid last year. He was beyond solid last year. But not a ton of depth on that team without Alexander Walker. Mike Conley, we'll see how they do.
They're relying on young guys, Dillingham, Terrence Shannon, those types of players.
I do like Shannon. He could provide some punch. Yeah,
bouncy, that
super
guy.
Bouncy.
Yeah, Minnesota Timberwolves coming off that playoff victory against the Lakers, went all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Back-to-back years. So pretty impressive. We'll see if they are ready to make that jump. Brez has them at number 5. BK, your 5th team is familiar.
Your Los Angeles Lakers?
Yes,
I have them. Like the Western Conference, as you say, is nuts. If you go back and you look at the standings, I think it was 6 or 7 teams separated by like 3 games. So I think the Lakers are a better version than they were at the end of last season. You can argue a couple teams around the conference might have improved a little bit more, but this is a good team. And I know, maybe we're not being focused on here in LA as much compared to some of the other teams around, but Lakers are going to be very good this year.
All right, so BK with the Lakers at number 5. And Brez, that's kind of a nice little segue for you because you happen to have them at number 4.
At number 4. BK, I thought you gave it a little bit better.
What do you think they are with wins, Brez? You think
Los
they get to
Angeles
the
Lakers.
Think they get to the 50 wins again?
50 might be a little high. Vegas has them around 48 or so. It's just so competitive in the West, although the Lakers already caught a schedule break. They played most of the teams 4 times in the West, but they played San Antonio only 3 times. They played Houston only 3 times. They played Minnesota only 3 times. So a little bit of a schedule break. I like him here in the 4th, and I'm sure the Lakers would be happy with this too, because what does it mean? You get to host a first-round playoff series yet again. It didn't really help them last season, but I do have them actually dropping 1 spot from where they were last season from 3 to 4. But I think the West has gotten a lot better. The Lakers will be pretty happy with this spot.
All right, what about you, BK? This one might surprise some people.
Less popular, I think, among the listeners, the viewers of this television program.
Clippers?
The Los Angeles Clippers.
He's got the Clippers at 4.
And look, I get it. There are all kinds of injury questions. Kawhi Leonard, is he ever going to play? How many games is he going to play? They're the same as they were last year. And, oh, by the way, the Clippers did win 50 games last season, right? Mentioned before, talking about the Lakers, about teams that I think improved themselves this offseason. I put the Clippers in that basket.
They're big.
They're very big. I love the Norman Powell for Collins exchange. I think improves them. You add Lopez behind Ivica Zubac, who is low-key one of the best players who isn't an all-star in the NBA. Had a fantastic year last year. I like what they've done in terms of adding to their depth. And if Kawhi stays healthy for 50 games, they're going to be just as good as they were, if not better than last year. And again, they won 50 games last year.
All right, we're moving into the top 3. And Brez, this team finished, 2 last year, just ahead of the Lakers, Houston Rockets. They've added, but you have them going to 3.
I'm a little bit worried because they are OLD. You look at the roster, Kevin Durant, will he play 60 games next season? I don't know. I do like the addition, though. Fred VanVleet, all these guys, I feel like they're over 30. Clint Capella, Steven Adams. I think Jeff Green is still on that team. That guy's like 60 by now. I like the talent. I do like, again, the KD move for Jalen Green and some future compensation.